Okay, I figured out my key to success, now I'm locked in. I learned how to open doors like a locksmith. I'm uptown, I'm the one they wanna shop with. Run off with the bag, even though we don't shoplift. All that gun talk y'all want, I'm not with. It's not cool, everybody got them long clips. You gon' mess around and get one of your dogs hit. And when you do, I hope you know you're not John Wick.
What up? Welcome back. Appreciate you locking in with us. I'm Atwood. Killed to my left here, DK. Want to talk about some UFC fighters today that are no longer, I guess, in their heyday, but still living in the shadows.
Still living in the shadows, man. Still living in the shadows. It's like that. It's like, you ever seen Friday Night Lights?
Yes.
Where that guy comes to the teenage party. He's still got his Leatherman jacket on. And he smacked a cup of beer out of his hand or whatever. He's still living in his, you know, or was it Ted Bundy? Not Ted Bundy, the murderer, Al Bundy.
Al Bundy from Married with Children.
Married with Children, yeah. How many? What did he have? 4 touchdowns one game or 3 touchdowns?
I don't know. All I know is that man was a legend.
Yep, and Polk High.
Kind of like Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
Yeah, from Napoleon Dynamite. I think that's his name, right?
Oh, yes, where he can throw the ball
over the mountains. Yeah,
I've seen that movie like 2 times.
Me too. That's the only thing I remember. That and the tater tots thing.
Maybe even not even 2 times, bro. It's just certain little punchlines.
Yeah, that's it. But you had brought up Dan Severn.
Yeah, man. I saw a thing on the other day. He's like teaching a seminar, right? Or, you know, going around, and I'm just like, and I was like, dude, he's teaching seminars. And you said, what's he teaching?
Yeah, like
groin strikes.
Back in the day, you could strike. Back in his day, you could strike in the groin, dude. Like, we were talking about a video. I don't know who it was, but dude was getting pounded.
Yeah, I can't remember that, man. My phone's dead. So
props to the guy that was getting hit, though. He was still going for that choke. I think he was trying to wrap up maybe something like a Darce, and the other dude's just like, bam.
Yeah, just hammering him in the nut.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's so crazy. But anyways, like, it's like these guys, man. It's like, you know, remember Art Jimerson with the one boxing glove? You know, I think he was running an MMA school one time.
Really?
Like, yeah, I think he ended up. I think that was like his only like thing he ever had. You know, I don't remember, but yeah, the one boxing glove guy. What do you expect? Why do you keep the one boxing glove on though?
I don't know.
Maybe not to break his hand.
I guess, but like if you're in an MMA fight.
But see, you got to think he's in the this very beginning.
True. I mean, I guess maybe arm bars weren't a big thing back then, but
well, he didn't know what he didn't know.
Yeah,
I guess, you know, dude. So real quick, I was reading this book. I have to find it. You know, it's at my house, but it's just like this guy that was on this quest to just be the baddest human being he could be, right? And it was in the French Foreign Legion, was in Africa and different things like that with the French Foreign Legion, and then which is like the Special Forces, I think, right? Like French Foreign Legion. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I was reading this book. It had something to do with iron. So I'll have to get on the internet and see. But it was, anyways, this guy. Fast forward, he's in what's it called? Burma. He's in Burma.
Okay. What country is it?
Burma is next to Thailand, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like Thailand.
So I've heard of it, but Burma. I couldn't point it out on a map.
Yeah. And he's going around, and he's going to do it's a fight to the death. Yeah. And it's like he's going to this thing, and he's seeing these guys, you know, and it's like you going in there fighting, and it's like this pit, you know, and there's people fighting. Rewind a little bit. The first day he gets there, he goes to a bar and a club, and man, you got to think. I'm reading this, and I just started my martial arts journey, you know, early 20s. And I'm like reading through this book, and I'm just like, there's no way this type of stuff is out there. But then listening to the Jay-Z's talk about that's where hell is.
Yeah.
You know, there's got to be more places that are even worse than that.
Oh, dude, I'm sure.
You know, so anyways, this guy is in this club, and it's people. He's like seeing people getting dragged out, and it's a Russian roulette bar.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. And it's like you put your money down or whatever, and you spin the motherfucker, and boom, and it's like round table. You know what I'm saying? And it's like multiple levels.
And all this was taking place in Burma or
I have,
in that region?
man, it's been so long, in that region.
What year would this have been when he's there?
This has to be in the 80s, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was very much like that. That to me, just you said fight to the death and the Russian roulette bar. That seems like some wild west type stuff,
right, dude? You
like
know what I'm saying? But you got to think, when you're at your last,
yeah.
I mean, it's the bottom of the barrel for you. You have to think of how many people are in the world.
I don't even know anymore. I mean,
it's like 7 billion.
Well, growing up, that's
and
what we
growing,
thought.
right.
I mean, it has to be way more than that
getting,
now.
Yeah, it's like 8 billion or
maybe even more.
I think it's getting close to 8 billion, 7.5 or somewhere around in there. You guys, fact checkers. Anyways, but I mean, there's crazy shit that goes around here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah,
you hear
like
that
underground stuff.
Yeah, I hear that. There's a cartel that primarily runs Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I know you saw that on the Sean Ryan show.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I saw that same thing. That was like,
and we're in Myrtle Beach, by the way.
Yeah, it's like midway, Myrtle Beach and Fayetteville, because Fayetteville is midway between like Miami and New York or something. Yeah, but I saw that too. Which, I mean, dude, I think I told you my story, my run-in with MS-13 a long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was some crazy stuff. So I definitely believe that there's cartel stuff going on here.
Wow, man. But I mean, you just got to think, man, a lot of them are really nice people, too.
Yeah. Until you cross them.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
But also,
I think mainly, it's like, man, let's run our drugs a little bit.
Yeah, well, I remember one time a drug dealer told me that the best drug dealers are the ones you've never heard of. And he's like, it's because that they're not on that gangster stuff. They're very calm, cool, collected because they know what they have to lose, and they're not willing to risk it.
For sure.
So it's the same way with these cartel dudes. Like the higher ups in the cartel, they might have done some dirt. They had to, I'm sure, to get there, but they're not doing the dirt anymore. They might give a command, but they're not getting their hands dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
For
sure. You got
it's a business. But going back, I'm interested in this. Yeah, I want to hear more about Burma.
So yeah, man, and this guy, maybe he was doing have you ever heard of Lithway? It's where you wrap your hands kind of like in rope.
Oh yeah. Kind of like a Muay Thai style.
Yeah, and you can headbutt and everything. That's you only can win. It goes to a draw if you don't finish the guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So they have rounds and stuff, I'm assuming?
Yeah, you have rounds, and you have to knock your opponent out to win.
Huh.
Dude, crazy.
Dude, putting ropes on your hands, you know how much harder every punch would be?
Man.
And then you have rope burn on top of it?
Man, dude, it looks pretty cool, though, man. Like, you see, like, the old school Street Fighter guy. I think that's
where they took the...
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder what style that is.
It's Muay Thai, but it's called Lithway.
Gotcha.
And it's just like headbutts.
It's brutal, yeah.
Yeah, you can headbutt in it and everything, man. Like, you got to be a dangerous individual, no fucks.
Yeah, and even if you aren't skilled in that martial art, but you still try it, I'm scared of you.
Real quick, speaking of Muay Thai legends, have you seen John Wayne Parr?
I know who it is, but what do you mean?
Have you seen him? Oh, man.
Why?
He's having, like, tics and stutter.
CTE?
And, yeah, man.
Dang.
I mean, dude's had hundreds of fights.
Yeah.
And to a point to where, like, now he's going to start doing stem cells and start getting treatment. And it's been battling him for about a year now. It started, and it's...
How old is he?
He's got to be in his 40s, man.
Yeah, and he's just now starting to have issues with it?
I mean,
that it shows, anyway.
That he is coming out about it.
Right, true.
Kind of like he's kind of hiding it. hidden it for a while, man. But I think he's doing like, I mean, have you ever seen the videos of, or the picture of him with all the scars?
I don't think so.
He's got a picture that he took of his face, and it's
Just scar tissue?
no, and he just put, there's like lines and where all his scars are on his face, whatever. Like he marked it out in the picture, right? Like, or somehow it showed up, you know, all his scars somehow. And then there's another one where he's got stitches everywhere, man, like from fights. So it's like, I mean, he's taking some damage, man. And you got to think, and he's one of the greatest Muay Thai fighters in the world.
Yeah. Where's he from?
You know?
With a name like that.
John Wayne Parr.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like, you know.
Sounds Eastern or something.
Yeah.
Right. Or Western.
Or what? Yeah, I was about to say Western. Yeah. Like he came from America.
Yeah, but I think probably Holland or something like that, you know. Or Dutch style kickboxing.
Deutsch. John Wayne Parr. I can't help, dude. I think most Americans, you hear John Wayne and you just think cowboy, dude.
Man, you know, that's a good name, man.
John Wayne Parr, dude. That's like a revered name. Like you say that back in like
just say it too,
the early 1900s.
But when you name your kid, is it with emphasis? Hey, you have to say Wayne.
I don't know.
John Wayne.
Some people are like that.
Is it just John Parr? Is it just John Parr?
Yeah, but you know.
So does he go by, hey John,
JW?
Hey Jay,
W?
Hey Mr. Parr.
Name's George, but my friends call me W.
Yeah, W. But anyways, man, wow.
What's the name of that book that you were talking about? The Burma thing. I want to read that.
That's what I said. It's Iron something. Iron something.
And who is it about again?
It's about this guy that went to the French Foreign Legion.
Do you remember his name?
We can probably Google.
Yeah, I want to read that.
It's something Iron something.
And it's all based on a true account.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And I got it, man. I got a big bunch of books, dude.
Yeah, I don't. I got like 3. But
just started reading.
I just started reading. So
just started reading again this morning. How to Win Friends and Influence People.
How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah, by Daniel Carnegie.
Well, how does it say you win friends?
Got to read the book.
Oh, I thought you said you started reading again, like you had read it before.
Yeah, I started read it. I've been meaning to get this book for a while. But I got a bunch of books, man, at the house I need to read, dude. And I'll pick up a book and I'll read like 2 or 3 books at a time, man. I'll get bored with one.
Dang, dude. I couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Mentally, I couldn't do that.
Yeah. It sucks, man. You should, but ADD's a terrible drug, man. Bad. ADD.
Have you been diagnosed with that?
No, man. I went to, but I just definitely, so get this. So I go to the doctor when I was in the military. And I'm like, dude, I said, I get in front of a computer. I said, I got to do schoolwork. I said, anything like that. I said, I lose focus and I do this. And I got to go back. I said, I have to go back and read it multiple times.
Yep.
Because I lose track of it and I'll forget. I'll start thinking about something else.
Yep.
Right? Like I'll drift off. You know what they tell me?
What?
You don't have ADD. You just aren't interested in stuff you aren't interested in. Like, you have to be interested. I'm like, where did you get your medical degree? Of course, I'm not interested in shit I'm not interested in. Yeah. Just like everyone. But, like, I'm interested in if I'm reading a book, I bought the book because I'm interested in that subject. Yeah, so it doesn't mean, like, so it takes me, Megan reads fast, dude. She can read really fast.
It depends on what I'm reading. Like, I've been trying to read the Bible. Well, I have been reading it. I have to read that slow.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
but
you need
there's
to get
other
like,
books where I can just kind of skim, like, and read in my head fast as I'm going, and I can take it in. Well, I say other books. I only read Goggins.
Oh, okay.
That was an easy read, though.
Yeah.
But the Bible, I have to read that slow and out loud. I have to read it out loud.
Okay.
I promise I'm not dumb. It's just that
Nah, man.
that verbiage,
so it's
it's like
yes, dude. It's hard to understand, and you got like, wait a second. And so I'm reading this book, and it tells me, it's like, and it literally talks about forgetting stuff. You read something, and you can immediately. So it's like, keep this book by you, skim through it, and because it talks about like this lady that took orders every month for this company or whatever, but every month she went through her orders and watched and looked at the previous, so she didn't forget. And this happened constantly, and he put this in his speeches and different things like that, and he would review as much as possible his speeches, even though he's done them a million times and he knows them. He would still look at them and still memorize and still know, all right, this is your cue point for here, and this is your. But that's how you get to be an expert at things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anyways, he's taking these concepts and just like, of talking to people, how to talk to people, how to communicate. Man, number one, I need to know how to communicate with my spouse, bro. Like I know I'm terrible at it. I know I need work on it. So it's like this book can hopefully help me like learn to communicate a little bit better, because man, I can talk to bros all day long.
Yeah.
I can talk to dudes.
I know exactly what you're
all
talking
day
about.
long, man.
Yeah.
And it's because number one, being in the military, dude, that's all I'm around.
Yeah.
I'm around guys, man, and we can talk about some stupid shit that our wives, girlfriend have no fucking.
Well, it's like what did Trump say? Locker room talk.
It's locker room talk, man. Yeah, you're right, man. And so it's like, and it's so funny. It's like sometimes she'll be talking to me about stuff, and I'm just like,
your face said it all, dude. Your face said it all.
what did it say though?
It's just like, to me, it's like talking to stuff, and I'm just like you're not comfortable having that conversation, or maybe
I just don't really want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm just not into it right now. I don't want and so that's an issue, right? Like, I saw a reel. It's like how I want my husband to act when I need him, and it's the dude. He's like riding a 4-wheeler or whatever, and his wife's like, "Hey, babe." His wife's like, "Hey, baby, hey," and he doesn't stop. He just jumps off the 4-wheeler, and the 4-wheeler just keeps on. He's like, "Hey, babe, what you need?" He's like taking a shit. It's like, "Hey, babe, can you do?" He pulls his pants up right off, doesn't wipe nothing. Just, "Hey, babe, what do you need?" And so, I got to work on stuff like that, man. Like I'm around fighters, so it's like,
I'd say even at work, you're around primarily dudes all day.
Yeah, but I have to be this. I have to learn more empathy, right? And because like in fighting, it's like, I'll suck it up. In military, suck it up, keep pushing forward.
It's a very prideful thing, dude.
It's like, dude, ain't nothing wrong with you, man. Fucking like, stop being a pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, you have to. That has to get chopped off, man.
Yeah.
And, it's. And sometimes, regular people don't take that, very easily as well. It's like, that's why,
sure.
Ethan's a good mix between me and him. It's like, because I've been in the trenches. I know like how I feel. I have a torn rotator cuff and I have a torn meniscus, man. I'm still training. I haven't had a broken collarbone. I've had separated AC joint. I took a month off, just kept training. Even while I had a separated shoulder and fractured collarbone. Not many people know this. I was getting ready for a title fight in Ohio, and last round, got done boxing. I was like, let's do some wrestling with a friend of mine. He was a good striker, blah, blah, blah. And he was athletic, dude. He went 4-0 amateur MMA, and then he got, he was a scholar, dude. Like, athlete and scholar, went and got his masters and stuff like that. And anyways, just we're training, man, and he throws me, or he goes to do like a wizard toss, but like one of my arms was trapped, like he had my elbow. He's like a judo toss almost. And I landed on my shoulder, fractured my collarbone. I was a week out from a title fight in Ohio against this guy. I can't even remember his name. But he was like, I think I was 5-1. He was 6-1. You know. Anyways, separated my AC joint, fractured my collarbone. I'm in the ER throwing punches, and I mean it hurts so bad. And I'm thinking, will I be able to fight still? Right. I get my X-ray back, fractured collarbone, separated AC joint. I need to chill. I need to be put in a sling. I get put in a sling. I go, and I roll. I keep rolling with people with one hand and two legs. I'm like this, rolling.
Yeah.
And
probably not the smartest thing to do.
No, I'm not rolling. I'm defending, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm working on things from here, you know, without this and maybe, and using my jab on the heavy back with just my left hand, working on my kicks, working on my knees.
So you're still training everything except
this.
the right hand or the right arm.
Kobe Bryant, seen him with his broken right hand. He had a broke right hand. There's a picture of him. It's him in the Lakers court. He's got a broken hand, and he's at the free throw line, pajama pants on, Lakers shorts, cast on his right hand, shooting free throws with his left hand by himself.
Yeah. It reminds me of whenever Dan Koval was here, and at some point he was, talking about people like with injuries or whatever. He's like, that's fine. He's like, just don't train. He's like, if you got an injured leg, work on something that involves the other parts.
Yeah. And that's what sometimes we kind of get lost, and we be like, I need to chill for a little bit, man. My back hurts. Well, your back's hurting because you're being lazy. And no, I'm being serious, man. Your back is hurting because you've been sitting down and you haven't been moving your body. You got to move your body, dude, if you want your back not to hurt. I've been dealing with back pain since I was a teenager. It sucks, right? Like back pain is terrible. I have my last two discs are freaking gone, man. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease in my early 20s, so it's like degenerated already. But me moving continues that blood flow. The reason they're degenerating is because of the lack of blood flow, right? But if I keep the blood pumping, right? I've had stem cells in my lower back now, and it's when I keep the blood flowing, I keep moving, because when I stop and when I slow down, man, that's when you start to die. You slowly start to whittle away, dude, and you slowly start to get less healthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I just think we need to be moving our bodies more. So, like, this is a different outlook on things that I'm taking this past, month or two.
Yeah.
So, like, with my knee, man, it's like, I'm rehabbing my knee, but I'm also strengthening and everything around it. And then I'm gonna keep trying to roll. I got a sunburn right now, so I ain't been rolling this week.
Dude, yeah, I saw your sunburn the other night too.
God,
I've made that mistake before, and I take off the rash guard, and then like my back, it was on my back and my shoulders whenever I did it, itching nonstop. Nothing I could do about it. But speaking of a bad knee, you see like a little balance thing over there. So when Nick and Josh were up here hitting mitts and stuff earlier, and I was waiting on you to get here, I was on that balance thing, and I was like doing squats, and then at one point Nick's like, damn, dude, because I would get down low. Oh, yeah, and I was starting to stand up, and he would shake, and I was like, man, that's just, I have no stability in my knees. Like, I could tell.
Yeah.
But that's what having no meniscus will do for you.
That's like, you're not used to that stabilization too, right?
No, not at all.
So it's like, it's so funny to watch kids do those. So it's wild, man.
So your legs don't shake like that whenever you do it? It didn't start shaking until like the fifth one, but dude, ever since I had my knee surgery, I've just babied it. And I've had, you can look at my legs and look at the atrophy in each one.
You gotta keep doing squats, man.
I know. I hate squats.
I know.
But yeah, I need to get back in the gym.
Don't do it with a barbell, bro.
True. Yeah. I have kettlebells and stuff. I need to.
So putting a barbell, putting a metal bar on your freaking spine, man, and squatting up and down. Oh yeah, you're hardcore, bro. You can squat 500 pounds on your back.
Yeah.
You know, screw that, dude. I don't do that shit no more, man.
I wanted to start using my body weight.
I'm using.
Was that calisthenics?
I use a hex bar.
What is a hex bar?
Trap bar. You know, it has the little.
Oh yeah. And you stand in the middle.
Stand in the middle of it. That's my go-to, bro.
Oh, okay.
That's my go-to.
Right on. And you can do what? Deadlifts, squats, everything. With that.
Yeah, and it's so much more natural. You can get your head up, your butt down, which is what you're going to be doing in jiu-jitsu anyways.
Yeah.
When you're trying to pass the guard, your head's up, your butt's down. Like if you're, trying not to get swept, right? You're sitting low in your base, and then you start to transition your head forward and standing around and passing and shit, So it's, man, it's just wild, dude. Kettlebells, right? The kettlebells with the grip, the fat grip, and being able to control that. Like, man, my grip, I've been using kettlebells since the beginning because I wasn't strong on the barbell. For some reason, man, I can't bench press a lot.
Yeah, can I?
On a barbell, and I can't squat. Man, plus, like, let's be honest. When is this the natural movement? When are we ever doing this?
Well, I thought you were supposed to keep your elbows in.
Elbows in.
Yeah.
Right? So, but everybody that bench presses.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think maybe you work different muscles. I don't know.
I do. So when you're in tight, you're more, you can bench, your grip's a little bit closer,
Right.
People don't lift as much. But this is where strength is, right? Like, I want to be nice and tight and compact. So when I throw my punches out, I'm stronger here. Kettlebell. Boom, I do a kettlebell, I rotate at the end. I rack it, or if I'm laying down flat,
Right.
I add in a yoga ball underneath my back, lift my hips up. Now
Now you're working your core.
Now I'm working my core. I'm working on getting that. If I do just one arm, right?
Yeah.
Now I got to stabilize.
Yeah.
So you put your feet up onto the ball and your back on the ground. Lift your hips.
Yeah.
Press from there. That's you're bridging, stabilizing, and pressing. You don't have to do a whole lot of weight to fucking kill yourself.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, most people probably need is a 25 to 30.
Yeah, man.
That's probably more than most people need.
think, most people don't need that. 35 is kind of like the magic kettlebell, man. 25s and 35 pound, those are like the magic sauce, I have a 62 at my house. That's the max I have. I have a 54 and a 62.
Like
So
squats?
like benches.
Really? You're benching 65? Kettlebell? Yeah.
That ain't no thing.
That ain't no thing. I thought you said your bench sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, on a barbell.
Yeah, on a barbell, it sucks.
What can you do on a barbell? Like, what was your max?
I don't know, like 250.
Dude, man, get out of here with that crap. Oh, I can't do no 250. That's a lot. I wish I could do 250. I think max I've ever done this was years ago. It was like 210. You're over here, 250 ain't nothing.
Dude, it ain't, man.
Well, man, probably most grown men are doing 250.
Well, I ain't most grown men, no.
Well, that's true, but I'm saying.
Dude, I've been lifting weights since I was a teenager, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been 250 my max. I've been lifting since I was a teenager.
My bench press
Maybe
has
280.
always sucked.
I might have had 280 once. I don't remember.
I can curl decent, but my bench press, like my chest is so weak.
Mine too. I don't have a chest.
Neither do I.
I don't have a chest. I wasn't blessed with.
Nope.
Man, some of those people, man, I'm like, dang.
Me, it's like everybody's core. I'm like, oh, everybody's got like a nice core. Like, what happened to me?
So I had that, right? I didn't have a six pack. Man, growing up, 2005, I was like, I want a six pack. That was when I started, like, really. I started researching diets. That my life changed because
Everybody
of
says that
a
abs
New
are made
Year's
in the
resolution.
kitchen.
Yep. So I got into, like, I was just reading all the bodybuilding stuff.
But does that mean that they're made in the kitchen because if you eat clean, you'll lose weight and you can see them? Like, I want my abs to get bigger. I want it, like, right now I weigh like 180. I want to be able to weigh 180. I can see my abs, but I want to be able to see my bottom abs too. That's my part.
Flutter kicks for the bottom. Flutter kicks, what they call flags. Like,
But I feel like I've done those my entire life, dude.
flutter kicks?
Yeah, I
Where'd
grew
you
up in
do 'em at?
sports. Well, I
Okay.
did it in
But
karate and,
you gotta
and
be
football
like,
and soccer and
You know, like,
yeah.
rocking that lower abdomen, man. You know, it's tough, dude. I don't have the reason I got a little roll around the bottom.
Me too.
Tier,
I always have.
and that's all from like sweets.
Yeah, or it could be cortisol.
Yeah, sweets. That little extra belly fat, man, is just you just got to clean up the diet down. If you want that gone, you have to clean it up.
Dude, I got rid of it one time, and I was miserable because I weighed like 156 pounds.
Oh, man, me too, bro.
I was like, dude, it's nice looking like this, but I always walk around feeling empty. Mm-hmm. It's cool to wake up in the morning and feel lean and look at yourself in the mirror like, oh, yeah, nice. But then when you're like midway through the day and you're hungry and you just feel empty. Like, I hate that.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that in a long time now.
54.
Probably never will again. Yeah, I know you got.
I got to teach at 10.
I thought it was past 10 already. Honestly,
got guys. People are about to start rolling in.
Yep, I can see them pulling up. Take us out.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate doing this. Appreciate you guys locking in with us, and yeah.
Yes, sir. Till next time.
Boom.